Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Anne and today I'm going to be bringing you my November TBR. So I've got lots of books to read, like always. And yeah, I'm just going to bring some of the books that I definitely want to try and get to in the month of November. The last couple of months I've been reading a hell of a lot, so this is just a stack of potential. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get to all of these, but it is books that I'm in the mood for. So let's get started. The first book that I definitely need to get to in the month of November is A Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. So this is K.A. Tucker's fantasy romance series, and I know nothing about this. We've got vengeful gods and monsters, and the lengths one would go for love. Gifted thief Ramiria steals jewels under a notorious New York City crime boss, but when an enigmatic woman secures her services as sword point, Ramiria is wrenched from this world and transported into a realm of opposing thrones, warring elven societies, and elemental magic. Waking up in the body of a treacherous elven princess, Ramiria quickly realizes she's entangled in a deadly plot and must hide her identity at all costs. Sounds interesting. Definitely have to read this for my Brie vlog. So hopefully I can definitely read this in the month of November. Then we have A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stacia Stark. So I just read A Court This Cruel and Lovely and I loved it, so I'm definitely want to continue with the series. This is the sequel. In book one we're following our main character Priska, Priska lives in this world where, as a child, when you're born, you get your magic taken away from you, and when you reach the age of 25, your magic is gifted back, but in small amounts. But in this world, there are certain people whose magic doesn't get taken away, and they still have magic before they are given it back, and Priska is one of those people, and she has to go on the run with the help of a mercenary to get her away and save herself. And I really enjoyed it, so I'm definitely very curious to see where we're going. The cliffhanger at the end of book one was stunning, so I'm definitely ready to get to this one. Then we have Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. This is the novella between Serpents and the Wings of Night and Ashes and the oh my god, Star-Cursed King. I don't know much about this, but this follows a different character that we get to see in Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, so I'm very intrigued to check this one out. And then following on for that, I'm definitely going to be trying to read The Ashes on the Star-Cursed King. This is the sequel to Serpents and the Wings of Night. These titles are going to wrap my tongue so much, but this is a sequel and I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. This is the end of the Nightborn duet, so I'm very intrigued to see how our main character Araya and Rain's story concludes. Very, very excited for this one. And this is a chunky boy compared to The Serpents and the Wings of Night. It's quite the bit chunkier. So this one has 452 pages. This one has 582, so 100 pages more. The next book that I definitely want to get to is Gleam by Raven Kennedy. Again, another chunky boy, but this is the third book in the Plated Prisoner series. I recently read Gild and Glint, and I'm very, very intrigued to see where this story goes. This is book 3 out of 6. So in this one we're following Auron, and she is the king's prized possession. She is gold touched because this is a King Midas retelling, and he has the gold touch where he can turn anything he wants into gold, and she is his prized possession. No one's allowed to touch her, no one's allowed to talk to her really, apart from King Midas. Things start to happen and we are definitely in a different scenario than we are in book 3 compared to book 1. It has taken a wild ride. There was a massive cliffhanger at the end of book 1 and then at the end of book 2, so I'm very, very excited to check this one out. I'm really, really loving Auron in this and some other characters. I don't want to talk too much about it because it does spoil a lot, because you start Guild and then at about 250 pages in the whole story changes, and I don't want to spoil too much about it, so yeah. Then we have another sequel, which is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armitage. I recently read from Blood and Ash. And this is a sequel to that one. And in this, we're following our main character, who is the maiden, what's her name? Poppy. And she is the maiden, so she is not allowed to be touched, not allowed to receive pleasure, not allowed to be spoken to very often. And she kind of sneaks out, comes across this guy, Castile. They start to have this forbidden romance, and things happen. Ends in a massive cliffhanger, and I definitely need to check this one out soon. I'm so excited to read this. I'm very excited to check it out. The last 3 physical books that I have, I'm so mad. I didn't know what I wanted to read, so I asked my partner to come in and just pick 3 books for me to read. And he picks these. I'm so mad. So we'll go with the shortest one. We have The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is a classic from what I remember, and we actually bought this for my partner and he hasn't read it, and now it's on my shelf, so I may as well read it. But it is quite a short one. It's under 200 pages, I think. Yeah, it's about 170 pages, and this is about an Andalusian shepherd boy named Santiago who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasured bird near the pyramids. Along the way, he meets a gypsy woman, a man who calls himself a king, and an alchemist, all of whom point Santiago in the direction of his quest. No one knows what the treasure is, or if Santiago will be able to surmount the obstacles in his path, but what starts out as a journey to find worldly goods turns into a discovery of the treasure found within. I don't know, I've heard that this is world renowned for finding your, realizing your destiny and finding your place in the world. So I'm very intrigued about this one. So yeah, we've got that too. Then my partner decided to pick out It by Stephen King. He's really trying to kill me. But this is like, look how small this writing is. I'm so mad. But Stephen King, classic horror author. This is It, where we're following a clown who kills children, and children can only see it. And we have a group of children who try to fight against him because he's killing a bunch of children in this small town. And I've been wanting to read this for a long time. And I know my partner's picked books that I've had on my shelves for a long time, but I did not want to be reading this next month. But here we are. I think I will just be splitting it up. This is over 1,000 pages. Are you kidding me? I've read a couple of Stephen King's books already. I've read 11/22/64 and I've read Pet Cemetery. And his books are long and convoluted, and I find that there's certain parts within the story that don't need to be in here. And I know there's a certain scene that makes everyone uncomfortable, and I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. So I might do a vlog where I read all of these books, and this might be one where I break it up into a certain increments and just read it as I go through. So it'll be like a whole month reading, then trying to just smash through this one in a couple of days like normal. Yeah, so I might do that. I might break it up into like 50 page increments and just go from there. And the last one that he picked out for me is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. So this is a dark academia book that I've heard many great things about. Donna Tartt is a very prolific author. This is a dark academia. That's all I know. And I think someone gets accused of murder, and while they're in prison, the police officer who's investigating is like, look, you're already in prison for murder. Tell us the truth. What actually happened? Because they don't believe what they've said. Let's have a look. Donna Tartt's The Secret History is the original American campus novel. When Richard Papin joins an elite group of clever misfits at his New England college, it seems he can finally become the person he wants to be. But the moral boundaries he will cross with his new friends and the debts they are responsible for will change all their lives forever. The Secret History recounts the terrible price we pay for mistakes made on a dark journey to adulthood. So I'm very intrigued about this one. Synopsis. That's what I've heard, but that might be something else. If We Were Villains, maybe, by M.L. Rio. I might be talking about that one. I don't know. But this is a dark academia. The writing is also tiny. So here we are. This will be my first proper pretentious dark academia, so we shall see. I did read Bunny this year as well. That was quite dark academia, but that was very confusing. And I still don't know how I feel about that book, but yes, we are here. I have a massive stack of books. I also have a bunch of ebooks that I need to read. Things like Divine Rivals, Ever King, A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows, Your Coffin or Mine, Quicksilver, Breaking Haley, House of Beating Wings, Rhapsodic. There's so many other things that I do need to read for this bloody vlog, so I'm going to definitely try and get through a bunch of those as well. So that is my November TBR Hopefuls. We shall see, but I know I definitely have to read these 3 that my partner picked out, because he is not going to leave me alone until I read them. This was probably a big mistake, but this is probably going to be a vlog, so that will be upcoming. Bree's vlog will definitely be coming, fingers crossed, in the month of November. It has taken me a lot longer, especially because I got sick and had to take a week off pretty much. And yeah, then we have all of these that I'm very excited for. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, comment down below what you're going to be reading in the month of November, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Bye.